Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Did you know we recently updated rancorsbrothel.com along with our new branding? The updated website includes a detailed archive page, online reviews, a gift shop, and alternate ways to contact the podcast. Check out some favorite old episodes, leave us a review, buy some merch, or drop us a line. All available now at rancorsbrothel.com. Don't wait, check it out today. And if you need dice, check out our friends at metallicdicegames.com. Friends of the podcast can get 10% off any order using the promo code RBP10. Enjoy the show.
Warning, this podcast contains mature content, including scenes or descriptions of graphic violence, sexuality, and psychological trauma. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents... Impossible Landscapes. A Delta Green campaign by Dennis Detweiler. Shall we head to the basement?
Let's go.
He heads down. You now all are cramped in an elevator. 6 of you.
With even heavier shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody jump at the same time.
We all just
It'll
die
be
on the
fun.
elevator.
Let's roll for it. Let's roll
Game
for it.
over.
Just for fun. I got a 33. We're good.
Critically
We get to the
succeeded
bottom
riding the
immediately
elevator.
and survive.
Yeah, you get down. Mark sort of looks around. How about we take the shortcut, fellas?
Sounds like a
We
great
did.
idea.
We jumped in the elevator. Got us to the bottom.
You see him sort of look around. Anybody see Elmer?
Do we?
You want like an alertness roll or something?
Sure, why not?
Alertness or search?
Yes. Alertness is kind of awareness.
Ooh, Ot 4.
4 is a good roll.
I noticed
Fail.
nothing.
Critically failed. I went blind.
Mark slapped you. He likes to slap people. Wake up.
All right. And you see him promptly go around the door and hit those sort of swinging saloon doors that kind of go into the employees only section, just marching straight ahead, assuming you guys are following him.
Yeah, following.
If I didn't see him.
You see a small, narrow area that's kind of shielded from the view of customers. The ceiling in here is 2 floors high. You could see scattered periodicals, old books, newspapers. There is a narrow shelf which circles the room at about waist high. Looks like things are tossed on small tables, on chairs, whatever. It smells like cigarette smoke. You see a couple of like guys dressed as bellhops, clearly halfway through a cigarette, reading a newspaper, that kind of look up in surprise when you all barge in with pickaxes and ropes and stuff. The room smells of smoke and liquor. Somebody want to give me a hand with that? And you see him point to the floor.
What's he pointing at?
There's a giant rug.
I'll grab a corner.
He kind of motions.
Anybody want to get the other side?
I'll grab it.
All right, we'll roll it up.
As you sort of flip it to the side, you see a trap door.
Well, that's convenient.
Gents, he goes over and he opens up the trap door, sort of pulls up. Mark sort of nods to the guys who look pissed off, and he climbs down the ladder into the darkness.
Good. I'm glad he's going first.
As I walk down, my middle finger is in the air.
I follow.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows where he's going. I'm good.
Yeah. Trust the NPC.
I went crazy. I'm good.
You climb down a ladder that's kind of enclosed and in a hallway, like a shaft, I guess I would say, right? It's very dark. Once the last person gets in, you can hear some movement above you, and you see one of the bellhops look down, and then they kick the trap door closed. So it's very dark. Mark continues down without slowing. You climb for, I don't know, a minute or so, minute and a half, enough to feel uncomfortably long to be climbing a ladder. Like, this ladder is much bigger than you would have expected. It's not like you'd have thought it had been like a 8-foot drop or something, but it's more uncomfortably long and weird than that. And there's a droning noise in the background that just gets louder and louder, but it's kind of a thumping, and it's like almost impossibly loud.
I yelled at Mark, "What is that noise?"
He he yells back up. I don't know where you're at in the order.
I went
Spencer.
right behind him. So
I heard Spencer say firsties, so I let Spencer go first. It's really a question of who I heard next, which I thought was Flynn. You all pile in, but you're hearing yelling. He's heard you. He's trying to yell the response, but it's loud. You two see him sort of drop.
What do I hear? So I'm right above him. Do I hear what he said?
He said laundry? Mm-hmm. You see him drop down onto a brightly lit tile floor.
he did say the laundry room was here.
You all jump down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as we land, it's lit?
It's a massive open room, yeah.
Okay, but we have
is
light
lit,
in here.
yeah.
Okay.
And you just see racked to, wall to ceiling industrial sort of washing machines. Old school, looks like something from the 60s. They're massive. Looks like they could wash every piece of clothing you own in a single load. They're huge. You see bed linens and clothing and stuff strewn all over the place. You see a lot of men kind of stripped down to the waist. It is oppressively hot down here. And they're just pushing laundry carts and moving around, taking things out and putting things in, but everything is constantly running. They kind of just look at you and glance, and then just pick up more off the floor and then move. Like I said, it's a massive room, and all you can see is laundry in almost every direction.
I kind of side-eye Mark. What's his reaction to this?
He's just kind of looking around at the rest of you guys. Laundry!
Neat.
Shall we carry on? It's quite loud.
Yes, let's.
We all nod.
Why are we stopping? I yell.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Alertness rolls?
Pass.
Hot 9.
Ought 9 too. Wow.
Extreme pass.
Pass.
There's no such thing as extreme pass.
He's a liar.
It's either pass or critical pass.
Oh, then that's critical. Whatever.
I super
Whatever works for this game.
You rolled what'd you roll?
44 out of 53.
Just checking your math. Okay, so for those of you who have passed, you see,
Just forget to mark mine. Because this game you mark successes, right?
No.
Failures.
Mark
You mark
failures.
failures? Sure.
Like we've been doing for the last 8 years.
as you, those of you who pass, as you look over, you see there is sort of a frumpy, heavy-set older woman, dressed head to toe in a full bellhop's outfit, even though she is sweating profusely, the hair just like clinging to the sides of her. She seems to be crossing her arms, staring at you in a grumpy, grandmotherly look.
Where's she at? And
Just kind of like down the way a little bit, 50, 70 feet away. It's kind of like, it's like you've dropped down in a hallway and all around you is laundry, but there's this sort of like main hallway aisleway through the middle. Where you've dropped down, she's like on the far side of the room, like a hallway going back behind you.
did we get the sense as we were climbing down the ladder that we were in a very narrow space?
Yes.
Climbing down the hallway. Okay.
But she's sort of frumpily staring at you. A massive pile of laundry kind of all around her. She's almost like in it. But she's shooting you a dirty look. Look, Mr. Kirsch,
Yes.
what caught your attention, you looked before anybody else, what caught your attention is you saw a couple pieces of clothing fall from the ceiling in front of her into that pile.
Particular style of clothing or just clothing in general?
Looked like a bellhop's uniform.
Okay.
All right.
But she's just staring at us.
Arms crossed, unhappy.
To anyone who hasn't noticed, then I'll just kind of like, hey, just kind of point her out.
Yeah, I turn to Mark and I say, what's this broad's deal?
What?
I get right up in his ear and I go, what's the deal with, and I motion towards her.
I think she's in charge. She doesn't like me. I don't know why. And he smiles.
Yeah, no one does.
What?
I give him the thumbs up. a big goofy smile.
He chomps on his cigar and gives you 2 thumbs up.
What a
It's the new Willy Wonka everlasting cigar.
Yeah.
Kids will love it.
The everlasting Swisher Sweet.
Maybe he's definitely just lighting him and cutting him when you're not paying attention. Sure.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe he already has them cut and ready to go.
Now I want to go to the cigar bar.
Well, he's moving that direction, right? Because that's how we
No,
do.
he looks like he's moving the opposite direction.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so we'll follow him in the opposite direction.
We don't have to deal with her.
Okay.
Well, I'll stop him and yell in his ear, what's beyond her?
Stairs.
Where do we go?
Up to the living quarters or whatever.
Oh,
Living-
maybe where we
where, yeah.
were.
Yeah, we've already been there. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's like the opposite direction of the maze, or of the dungeon, if you want to call it that.
As much as direction matters down here, but
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference.
As you walk, you can see that he's leading you towards another set of stairs. Before you get to the stairs to go down again, you can see off to your left, there's a small, sort of narrow hallway, fairly well lit. It goes down about 15 feet and appears to dead end.
Yeah, I guess I'm closest to Mark. I'll kind of like stop him and get right in his ear and say, "What's there?"
He just kind of shrugs. We're headed downstairs.
Perfect time to try your dynamite.
oh god, I want to touch the shiny.
Yeah, let's blow that load early. Woo!
He should just
Can I borrow that
glaring
cigar?
at the old woman, just hold it up, light it, and just throw it at her.
This is what I say to your mystery, Detweiler. Yeah.
He begins to move down the stairs.
All right. I know.
Gotta get to the labyrinth.
This is how I have 16 sanity.
Keep on trudging.
I'll go down this
Yeah.
stairway.
We'll follow.
Okay.
Follow.
Okay. As you go down the stairs, you can see there are. I'm sort of imagining like a dark sort of stairway, like in a parking garage or like in a scuzzy hotel. It's inclined, it's loud. You can hear footsteps above, footsteps below. It seems like this son of a bitch just spirals down and down and down. There are various offshoots. He passes by. There are blank doors you could go in that he doesn't. And eventually he takes you down for what feels like a number of floors. And then he pushes open a door and opens it up into a dusty hallway. This way, gents. After you.
What's the next step there, Mark? Where are we headed?
This is the place to go.
The labyrinth?
This is the Arboretum.
Right.
I don't see any trees.
Go on in about another 50 feet. What looks like a dank, dark hallway, red carpet runner, sort of flickering lights, kind of a dingy place.
Oh, hey, Mark, you're our guide, aren't you? Aren't you going to lead the way?
Hard to grow plants without some like really bright light, right?
Strange, let me tell you.
Unless it's like glowing mushrooms and
All right, fine. I'll go first. And he steps into the hallway, and you see him turn on his headlamp, and he starts walking down the dark hallway.
All right, I follow.
You gotta like tie our ropes to each other or something.
Yeah.
tie ourselves into one big rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually not a
That's yeah.
bad
Oh, I
idea
like
in the
that idea.
labyrinth itself.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do
Yeah,
that.
let's do that.
Absolutely. So we don't try not to
We
get
got
lost
plenty
from
of
each other.
rope.
You can tie yourself together.
But
Grady's like, I am on cloud
About
9.
About 5 feet
you
between
all hang
each.
at once? Okay.
Put Spencer with the dynamite in the middle.
yes, yes.
Once
So
one
we try to
falls,
run
we
in
all go.
opposite directions.
Oh, God, help
The
us.
game writes itself.
This parachute is a knapsack.
You all tie yourself together for a moment, I guess, and then proceed down. You turn, the hallway turns, and when it does, it opens up into a massive Victorian-style arboretum full of overgrown shrubbery, wild plants, flowers, full-grown trees. The space is huge. You probably look up, since that's, sort of the whole how is this happening? You see that the ceiling is composed of curved metal ribs. Like, I'm kind of thinking like, it's not quite actually this way, but like when you think of like stained glass or something, how it's got, they use lead to hold it together. Some sort of like metal cross hatching, and covered in it is frosted glass. So the walls and the ceiling, like as you get to the walls, it's all greenery, but as you kind of look in, it's almost like you're in for lack of a better term, like a reverse snow globe. You know what I mean? Or like in an aquarium when you go down in and you've got kind of this, you're in like or even a greenhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
It's just you're inside a place. So that frosted glass feels maybe a bit more constricting. But you can see there is a crate full of like mining tools. There is a couple of bottles of liquor and some glasses. Like clearly he has set up shop down here.
Why'd we bring all this if you just had a crate full of stuff here?
Well, there's only a few tools.
Well, I say we all pour a shot and then we go.
Well, sure. We got to figure out where we're going. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you don't actually know how to get to the labyrinth?
Well, I dug a little bit over there, and then I dug a little bit over there. It's got to be here. This is where the Negro was.
I don't think you can say that anymore, Mark.
I don't think that's PC, buddy.
I think Detwiller probably is holding back on terminology
100%.
that Mark Roark from the 1920s would have used.
100%.
He's like, yeah. He's like, I saw him down here. He was digging over here. He was in a red robe and had a snuff case.
Is that Barbas that we saw in the that old picture? Does that ring a bell?
Could be. Did he have a snuff case?
I don't know.
We found a snuff. Didn't we find a snuff case full of baby's teeth?
Yes, you did.
Welcome to the game, Spencer.
What am I in? What is happening?
Welcome to the game.
Delta
You've
Green.
missed so much.
Just from my perspective, this is so f***ing crazy.
The
So
game's
I'm just like, oh yeah, I think I know the guy.
Baby's teeth.
I think I
Yeah.
know the guy.
I know a guy.
I think I have his baby's teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You see him pour a glass, throw back 2 fingers and 1 or 2 large gulps, and you see him takes a shovel and he just goes over there in the dirt and starts digging.
I assumed he'll still carry the same glass from upstairs.
So should we all just take a different direction and start digging?
What do you want to do?
This is as far as this room goes.
You're all tied together, so you're not going that far in terms of direction.
That's fair.
This man that you saw, what made you think that he knew how to get to the labyrinth?
Not seeing a lot of people down here.
Did you talk to him?
I hollered at him, but he ran off.
Like, literally just ran away from you, or...
Yeah.
Oh.
Ran which direction?
He kind of points off in a direction.
I mean, it's probably not
Is that
going to...
further into the arboretum?
Yes.
I will sort of like tug on the rope.
I mean, this place is just covered in trees, right? I mean, it's probably not going to matter which direction. He probably didn't see where he went after. He could
There are
probably just...
shrubs. There are,
Yeah.
it's not quite like hedge maze style, but definitely there's no path. It's kind of wild grown.
Okay,
Aren't we
yeah.
supposed to bring back a shrubbery?
I require a shrubbery.
I mean, we can head that way, but I don't know if it's going to really help. We don't got
One of
anything else
those
to go
things
on.
where what he's asking us to do is probably bullshit, but I don't have a better idea.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna try it. I think.
I mean, Roark doesn't seem to know where exactly to dig, so if Barbus is possibly down here, it's
I have a better idea.
a better, it's a tie to something that we are somewhat familiar.
The guy's name was Barbus, but he was really the demon Marbus. That's why that's where that's from.
Yeah.
So
He died in a hail gunfire.
yeah,
Sure as did.
turned into a bunch of papers and flew away too.
Then we saw him on a stage.
Probably in 1800s France.
What the fuck is going on? So, what?
The game,
Okay.
the
You
game
should
kind
go
of
back and start listening to the game.
Marbus, who was on stage and has baby's teeth and got shot into a thing of paper. Am I there?
He also
Okay.
he also had a printing machine that printed off the King in Yellow. Here, want to read it?
No. Reading montage.
That's amazing.
All right. So shuffling off in that general direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
general direction.
With you.
Gonna be. I'm gonna just kind of yell out, "Hey, Barbus, you out here?"
Hi or low, Flynn.
Hi.
Was it Elias? Barbus? Elias?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, yo, Barbie.
You said hi, right?
Hi. Sounded like the Twister dice.
Nothing happens. You don't hear anything.
Marbus.
Hi again.
You gotta say his
Yeah.
name 3 times.
That's the trick.
Cool.
I don't know if we want the. I think I'd rather deal with Barbus than the demon version.
So Gideon, alertness rolls.
Fuck's sake.
Ought to. Good Christ.
That's 3 oughts in a row,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Success.
That doesn't bode poorly.
I know.
Pass.
Only way I'm
Pass?
passing some sanity.
Fail.
Fail. Okay.
I failed.
Fail.
Standard pass.
We'll go with the ought to. It seems fair. So you say Barbus, and Flynn, you hear a tink, like a very soft tink, and you feel something like on your shoulder, and you turn and look, and there's like sand pouring from the ceiling, and it's just trickling on your shoulder.
Look up.
The ceiling explodes. And things begin. The sand, whatever that was, comes dumping down in a tidal wave as the entire spherical part of the arboretum just collapses. I will note that it says a raised voice, turbulent emotion, or discharge of a firearm will cause it to collapse. Dodge rolls.
This is why Cody was
You're
so
all
excited
tied
with the
together
dynamite.
too.
Yeah.
So let's get one failure.
Pass.
Oh, I can't believe I passed. I'm at base too.
3.
Oh,
Come on, old man.
The old man fails. Of course, the old man fails.
so the ceiling collapses, and as it does, the walls, the whole structure just shatters inward from the pressure, as if that one little piece of glass was the only goddamn piece holding it. And you're suddenly drenched in sand. In moments, you're like up to your waist. Those of you who succeed on the dodge roll, you all start pulling in the direction that you know sort of the exit is. Maybe Thomas Wright is on the end. He trips or falls and starts getting buried in the sand very, very quickly.
Can we?
But I'm getting pulled, I
Yeah, we
guess.
should be able to pull
Yeah,
it.
can
I'll
we
just
try
start
to-
pulling.
Hold on. We'll get there. It says already he is trapped up to his hips. I know you're low on the totem pole. Who's high on the initiative order?
That's just Dex, right?
Yeah, your dex scores.
Dex,
Got
Dex,
15.
or by
15,
15.
15,
14.
14,
12.
12, and you're 10, right, I think?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you are last anyway.
So Troy and Daniel, you two can go first. You're sort of like backing up, but you can only go so far because you're still tied to a man who is quickly starting to drown in sand.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just going to grab onto the rope and say, pull.
Okay. Roll strength by 5 and hold it. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Strength by 5 and hold it.
I mean, are we aiding each other at this point then?
Lucas, what are you doing?
We're all trying to pull the old man out of the sand.
they're grabbing the rope and pulling, but you all are kind of connected in a daisy chain, so you all have to work.
No,
together.
and I get that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Are we
just
aiding each other in some way?
Yeah. What's your strength by 5? Roll your strength by 5 if you're pulling. Flynn.
I got
yeah,
crit.
Pulling.
that's an 18 out of 70.
Nice.
19 out of 50.
Nice.
Or 40.
Okay. Spencer.
Yes.
Roll strength by 5 as you try and pull yourself out, but we will add 20% to your possibility. So
What's your total? Plus the 20.
Sweet. Wait, what is that? Is that that's 10? So I rolled an 11.
oh yeah.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So basically at this point, I'll kind of just narrate it. It becomes a montage. Like whoever's on the end reaches out and starts grabbing onto a tree. You start pulling the rope. You all start pulling on each other. You sort of daisy chain. What?
No, 11 technically is a critical.
Yeah. You're pulling along. Surprisingly, the old man who gets buried to the waist, he seems to grab the rope and just like maybe he had training in this. Thomas Wright just kind of splays out so that he is distributing his body weight and like just army crawl pulls the rope in the middle so that you're moving across this sand efficiently as opposed to like trying to stomp through it. And you all start pulling as this whole thing just gets fucking filled. Up to your waist, up higher. You're all dragging yourself back to the doorway where you came in. And as you all drag yourself out, it very quickly, like I said, within less than a minute is, completely filling this sort of basin with sand. There is no sign of Mark Roark.
Oh, darn. Does it look like it's stopping at all?
It's slowing at this point.
Can we see like where it came from?
It just sort of goes up into an open looking cavern.
Okay.
Is the skeletal grid still there?
A lot of it has collapsed. Some of
Okay.
it is still there, but it has been bent down and twisted by the weight, as if something just gave. Everybody make me a D100 roll.
48.
66.
66 is
Ooh.
a fun number.
14.
14 is a fun number.
Probably a bad one, but it's a
58.
fun number.
26.
We'll go with 66.
Sorry, that was I probably peaked there.
Adrian sort of gets up and starts dusting himself off. And as you do, you kind of, maybe in your pocket or something, you kind of pull away some of this sand and you realize that that's not sand. Roll sand, please.
I just barely failed. 43 out of 40.
D4,
Oh, shit.
unless you're adapted to violence.
Well, no, because you made me erase my ticks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
It's
that's
a
how the
1.
thing works. Okay, you lose 1. You all see Adrian stare down at something in the palm of his hand and he stifles a scream.
We need to leave.
Luck roll, Flynn.
Just dig.
70. Oh, wait, I had to call high or low.
Yeah.
Hi.
Thanks.
Just say hi. You're fine.
Pass.
Yeah, you could, bro.
You should have just said pass.
Low.
Yeah.
36.
Okay.
Well done.
Flynn seems to resist the urge. What about the other three?
Yeah, we need to get the out.
Luck roll.
Low.
Give me that big sand check, buddy, unless you're adapted to violence.
Yeah. All right, I'm at.
Oh, you're on the purple.
Yeah.
I didn't see the purple. I only saw the yellow.
Yeah, no, I failed.
D4.
D4, I lose 3. Oof. And so let's talk about breaking point. So if I'm right on the breaking point, do I
believe
break?
You have broken.
Yes.
So let's push this to my friends and family.
Okay, so roll a
All
D4.
dead or in Carcosa?
So you roll
Push it on to Abigail. No big deal.
Roll a D4.
All right.
So 4 is your total.
Yep.
So you can push everything off onto one bond.
But you have to use all 4 on one.
Well, you only lost 3, right?
Yeah.
So you push all 3 onto one bond.
Okay.
I thought when you rolled it for...
You also lose that amount of willpower.
I thought you had to use that that amount. Since you rolled a 4, he has to use 4.
No, because he only lost 3 total.
Oh.
I think so. I know what you're saying, but I don't.
Yeah, I understand what
I
you're
don't
saying.
remember.
But his
I'd have to go back and look. I
his
understand what you're saying.
total loss was only 3, not 4.
Yeah, because it's whatever you roll.
Yeah,
So if he'd have lost 4 and he rolled a 2, he only pushed 2.
right.
I don't know if anybody else notices, but I'm pretty sure that their interpretation of what the rules actually are changes every time they question them.
Thomas
Got it.
is somehow able to not pay attention to the sand that is not sand. Would the other two of you like to?
I mean, if you want to make her a luck roll, I guess.
I don't know. The question is, Flynn doesn't want to lose sand. So Flynn, I decided to make a luck roll whether or not he actually looked at what he was covered in. I don't know that everyone will be able to do the same.
We haven't been told yet what we're covered in.
No.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, I mean,
You brush yourself off. You feel something weird. Would you look down at it?
not if I just think it's sand. At the moment, I just think it's
It
sand.
is not sand.
Right. Well, why'd you make us all roll D100 then? And for Lucas to notice what it is, if the rest of us are just going to notice what it is anyways.
It's more fun that way.
No, it's not.
GM a different type of game.
Sure.
It's more fun that way.
I guess if I thought it was sand, and I don't think it's sand now, then I would look.
Or roll sand.
This isn't Starfighter.
I would have asked Adrian, like, what was the gasp about?
I don't know until my GM tells me.
I know. The suspense is killing you, though.
Not really.
Just want to see what everybody rolled. Go ahead.
Did you fail?
Yeah.
Okay. How many did you lose for the audience at home?
I lost 1.
Okay.
I'm going to push off onto a bond.
Ooh.
Adrian.
You that close to
turns.
a breaking point?
No.
Oh.
Adrian turns and holds out an open palm towards Troy. What? Oh, you're holding out an open palm.
No.
Oh, you're holding out your dice.
Yeah.
And he shows you a handful of yellowed baby teeth.
I feel like to even somewhat confuse that with sand would be improbable.
It probably hurt a lot more too than sand.
Yeah.
It just puts the sand roll at the end. The drowning to death in baby's teeth, I think, would have been, you know,
Sure.
pretty, you know. So yeah, you can go ahead and roll sand.
I passed.
0.
Dick.
I want Gideon to stay into this because if I'm gonna get Gideon, I want to get Gideon on something good. I want to blow Gideon out of the water with another 1d20 or something.
So that's
Guys.
disturbing.
So many quarters from the Tooth Fairy. Let's go. Let's go.
Retire.
I'm rich.
How much money we could make off of this?
We're going to need a big pillow.
So you find yourselves outside the arboretum, which is now covered in presumably billions of baby teeth.
I just lay back and start making a baby teeth angel.
Feel something move under the baby teeth.
Yummy.
It's Mark Roark.
It's Mark Roark. Oh, Mark, where are you?
Cigar pokes out. Hey, fella.
Should we call out for Mark at this point?
Yeah. I call up for Mark.
Not too loudly.
Well, Franky, because he lost some sand, is going to aimlessly start walking in a direction and
Probably bump into a wall pretty quick.
probably, or a tree or something.
Was there any reason why we would not have also put Mark into our rope, though? Like, we're all
He's a
together.
dick.
We never.
Yeah, but we're all together.
He went into the room first, and then we tied ourselves together.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
Okay. We have a general idea where he's at, though.
So
I'm glad I'm
I
tied to you
call
guys,
I
'cause-
call for Mark.
You hear no response.
It all happened so fast, but did anyone see like relatively where Mark was to us? Because we had started moving further into the
we know.
Arboretum.
Yeah.
So he was closer to the exit.
You would have had to walk past his last known position roughly in order to get out.
So at this point,
Right.
we would have to wade through baby teeth to get there.
Yeah, if that was even physically possible. It's not
Right.
exactly going to be a stable surface to walk on.
Well, that's what I was trying to think. Do we see anything as far as not towards the baby teeth? Because he said he had some other equipment. Do I see any like maybe loose boards or anything like that?
No. You did see like a crate and some packing materials, but it kind of got crushed and washed over with baby teeth. Like there would have been some motion to that. Like nothing is quite where you thought it was, if that makes sense. I mean, you could go back and start tearing up the hallway and trying to like pull off baseboards or something if you really wanted to. Smash through the plaster and get some boards. It's kind of a question of how hard you want to go at it.
That was my thought. You just lay some planks down, and it'll be a little sturdier to maybe traverse, but also probably not probable.
Yeah. Just give me a mental picture here, Cody. Never thought I'd ask this question in my life, but what percentage of the Arboretum is filled with baby teeth? Like, if we're at like
Welcome to Delta Green, a game of. I never thought I would say this.
Go home and ask your wife this.
yeah, right? Could we like
How many baby teeth would it take to fill a standard arboretum? No, I mean it's deep in places. Like
Okay.
it was definitely dragging you down. You felt like the motion of it would have drowned you.
Has it sort of?
It has settled a bit.
But has it sort of spread to all edges of the arboretum?
Yeah, it's filled it fairly completely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right, that's what I was wondering.
So there's no area where we could get ground and
Not easily.
Okay.
Okay.
So the impression is if we want to get to the labyrinth, we need to go down. Mark Roark's
Right.
last idea was, well, let's dig. What other options do we have for going down? This is the end of the stairs.
It is? Okay.
It is not the end of the stairs.
Oh.
It's not the end of the stairs.
No.
So we just stopped at a hallway.
Correct.
I say
Go
we
down
go
the
back to the
stairs,
stairs
yeah.
and continue
Go
down.
Yeah.
I feel bad about Mark, but
Mark who?
He was
We'll
fine.
get over it.
He was a good guy.
yeah.
To be fair,
He talked a lot.
we'll probably see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know, he just wouldn't shut up.
We're going down the stairs.
Okay. You just start down the stairs.
Did I hit
Where do you wanna go?
The next
Down the stairs.
Down the
Stop.
stairs until we
You
get
go
to the
down
next stop.
How far do we get a sense of how far down we have to go? Is it like a standard floor or
Yeah, no, it feels like you traveled roughly a standard floor.
okay? What do we see?
You see a blank door. I just imagine these like crash bar, you know what I mean? Like fire escape in a hotel.
Is it still as loud?
Oh, no. You've gotten far away from the laundry room by now.
Just making sure. I didn't know how
Do we
big.
hear any other like noises at all? Like picking or anything?
Nope.
I knock on the door.
Tonk, tonk, tonk. You hear it echo on the other side.
Then I open the door.
I sort of stand behind Adrian, crouching behind his body in case something flies out.
We did that. Yeah, I'll put it on you guys. Daniel, high or low?
Hi.
When you open the door, Adrian opens the door and you kind of hear a big, like when you open a door into a large open space, it kind of has that echoing sound.
Right?
You've opened into a massive ballroom. The ballroom is, again, 100 feet long, 200 feet long in both directions. The ceiling goes up, not too high, but well above standard height, 15 feet or whatever. The ballroom appears to be essentially empty. No tables, no chairs, no nothing, very little source of light. However, one wall is covered in hundreds of over human-sized marionettes. Their strings dangling up to the ceiling.
You know, I've had my fill lately of marionettes.
Yes, it's 2 games now, bro. Spoiler alert.
Well, Abby's not here. I start pulling towards the door.
yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, this is not the droids we're looking for. So
I close the door.
Okay, you close the door.
I
Next
look back.
floor.
I look back at the group, kind of wide-eyed. We're next.
Keep going
Down.
down.
Okay.
we're going down in an earlier round.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet. Load a gun, cocked and bullet.
You're like Carmen
go down?
who has to finish the song.
It's actually a fun song to listen to. Nobody can hear the lyrics, but it's fun when you know them.
You go down another floor.
Open the door.
Is there a door?
There is a door.
Does the stairway go down even further?
Yeah.
Do we get a sense? Can we see how far down the stairwell goes?
No.
I mean, do we get a sense that it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes?
I mean, it does disappear to the vanishing point, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, try the door.
As it should be.
You can open the door.
Ooh, you opened it this
Nah.
time. Yeah, you said it.
I said, okay, let's keep going down.
You said you opened the door. Open the door.
Nope.
I kick open the door.
There you go.
You can kick
Mr.
open the door.
70 saying can kick open the door.
You open the door. It's a small room. It's uncomfortably damp in this room, as if the walls are soaking wet. You can hear some soft movement just off behind the door.
This sounds like exactly where we don't need to be.
Nope.
Like what kind of movement?
Just shuffling.
You looking in there?
No, I'm listening to the sound.
Hear shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Is it LMFAO?
Absolutely.
Hell of a cameo.
Just hanging out in a wet room.
That's a really, probably a still
man.
probably a really expensive license though.
Oh, yeah.
It's too big of a hit.
You say small room? Is it like 8x8, 9x9?
Yeah, 12 by 12. Yeah, not a very big room. The door is clearly to one corner, so there's a lot of room. The door opens inward, and there's a lot of room that you can't see. But you get the sense it's not a very big room.
But I like shine my headlamp in there and like I don't see another door or
No, not as far as you can see.
All right, this isn't our stop either.
You know, I know we're. I mean, this is almost a labyrinth in a sense.
Oh, God, what if this is the
Yeah, that's what
The
I'm.
labyrinth is a stairwell?
Right. That's almost what I'm
I
thinking.
guess it's possible.
It's not.
No twists and turns, just a bunch
I'm
of
not sure. I'm not for sure if there's going to be a labyrinth we're finding, and we might already be in the labyrinth.
I don't know.
That
When
could be.
I think labyrinth, I think maze. I don't
Well,
think
yeah, but I mean, you
doors,
typically think a maze, or
you're not wrong. It could be.
not. And this is kind of a maze in a sense, just not. It's got a
think
bunch of dead ends, and
It's just a chance. It's all per chance to open a door and see what's in it.
All right, but we're not inspecting the shuffling?
No.
Okay. Downward!
I mean, if you want to inspect it, you can.
after we got buried in baby teeth, I am not going to be inspecting in much more down here. I don't even want to be here, but I got no choice.
I'm too old for this.
Jeff, please insert a MIDI version of LMFAO in there.
This is where Jeff cuts in, pauses, and goes, "No." He's done that many times.
That's amazing.
Why don't you take my requests?
Well, mainly because when you started telling me what to do at random points throughout episodes, it was funny. Then you kept doing it, and you kept doing it, and you kept doing it. And now I'm going to start replacing your voice with a donkey bray.
So you go down another floor. Are you
Yeah.
checking that door?
Yes.
Sure.
You open the door. You hear some soft music, plush carpet. You can see velvet wallpaper and a couple of overstuffed armchairs. You can hear the sound of a fire.
Somehow I'm more discomforted at this cozy setting, but does this look like a room or another hallway
No, it's a room.
bigger than the last?
Yes, much bigger.
I'll step in.
Okay, you can step in. Anyone else?
It was just a sound of a fire. That's all we heard.
Yeah, so far some soft music.
Oh, okay, that's a lot different.
Yeah, I'll follow.
How is it dark?
No, relatively well lit. Smells a little bit of cigars or pipe tobacco.
Mark?
Lit,
Mark.
Hey, fellas!
lit by what? Wall sconces or lamps?
Yeah, wall sconces are probably good. Like gas wall sconces. That's probably about right. You step in. You're in essentially what looks like a turn of the century men's club, or like the parlor at the Diogenes Club, from London. Like it's a bunch of easy chairs and a table. There's a wet bar, glasses with ice already sat out. Like I said, you can hear soft music kind of like on a phonograph, it sounds like. There's a roaring fire. One wall is covered in is floor to ceiling bookcases made of rosewood, a rolling step ladder attached to the rail.
I think this is what the ballroom was supposed to look like upstairs. Not have, a bunch of marionettes hanging from the ceiling.
I want to walk towards the source of the music.
Yeah, there's a phonograph behind the wet bar.
Do I see like other like records or anything or is it just this one record?
It's just the one.
Playing. There's no other doors or anything besides the one we came through.
I feel like it's because it's just the era of music.
I'm gonna get out my phone and Shazam it.
Shazam this.
Good luck. I don't think it'll pull anything up, actually. I've with it too much, I think. Anyway, you were doing what?
I was seeing if there's any other doors or anything.
There appears to be a small, like maybe alcove or hallway next to the bar.
Are there any masks laying around?
The fact that he has to pause to answer that question.
No, you don't see anything else. There is a walk-in humidor apparently as well.
Hey, Mark, we found your heaven.
Anything anybody wants to do?
Grab a cigar.
Yeah, you can open the case and grab a cigar. There's a cutter. Bitters are lined out on the table. The liquor's sitting there.
The cigars weren't already lit for us. How dare they? How rude.
You said there's like an alcove.
There's a little skip, and then the record starts over again as the phonograph resets itself.
Oh wait, there's a skip.
It got to the end, and then the phonograph just seems to reset.
Hold on. I want to. Can I play this backwards?
Paul is dead.
Yeah, I mean,
Chicago kicks ass.
You can. Yeah, you're free to do that. You want to try and run it backwards?
Yeah.
You start to run it backwards, and it just does that awful squealing that happens when you do that. And you hear a soft voice say, "Excuse me, sir. Please don't do that."
Oh.
Karate.
It's you and you and you. He says, pointing to Daniel and then Troy and then Lucas. It's so nice to see you again.
Son of a bitch.
Who the is this guy?
I don't know, but there's a reason he pointed to the three of us.
He turns and shakes Gideon's hand. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the lounge.
It's the guy that when we first went from to the next floor, it was playing the same music.
The night manager?
No, he wasn't the night manager.
Oh, night floors. Okay, gotcha.
There was no night manager.
I'm Henri.
We don't know that. We just couldn't find him.
I am ennui as well.
No, I am ennui.
Sir. And he puts his hand out.
You're all ennui.
Thomas Wright.
Mr. Wright, a pleasure.
You know him though, right?
Henri Castaigne.
Sure you do.
Oh, okay.
Although I don't know if we got a name from him in Night Floors, but I do remember him greeting us in the same similar area.
It's nice to see you, Mr. Fontaine. In
5
more
years
pleasant
ago.
circumstances. I'm glad you got the invitation.
I didn't get no invitation, I don't think.
I'm an old man, but I think I remember.
Oh well, I think your memory eludes you, sir.
Please, have a seat. Peruse the books if you like.
Where did he come from?
There was a small alcove next to the record player. As you kind of like, where did that idea comes to you as a character, you sort of turn and look, and it looks like there's a small hallway that kind of dead ends and turns left. He came from somewhere down there. It's kind of like, you know how in restaurants sometimes they'll have where the food or the waiters come out of is like narrow and kind of hard to see. So it kind of, at a glance, you don't really notice it kind of a thing. It's definitely designed to be surreptitious. It's nice to meet you all. Well, some of you for the second or third time. Please, who went into the humidor? Because he pulls out a cutter. Would you like a fresh cut, sir?
Please.
He cuts your cigar. He pulls out. He's kind of talking with a bit of a thick accent. He strikes the match and holds it out. The light.
That's another reason why I was looking for masks, because I'm pretty sure when we came up here at Night Floors, it was a bunch of masks were laying around. So
It was 5 years ago. I don't remember.
I remember some things about it, but
Please feel free to enjoy the music, have a drink, relax in one of the chairs, one of the books. I'm here to serve.
Henri, I must say I've heard your last name before. Any relation to Gabriel Castaigne?
You should not have said that name.
Got him.
Gabriel is one of the members of Whitworth's team, right?
No, Gabriel's like way back 1460s. The French House of Doors, did a bunch of shit traveling.
And what did you ask him?
Is he a relation of Gabriel Castaigne?
I see.
Or I'm if he seems confused, maybe Chastain. So I think if that might be the.
It is. I believe in my lineage there was a Gabriel at some point. I'd have to consult the book.
The book.
Figure of speech.
I'm actually interested in a book of Gabriel's, or actually maybe his father's, the Hygromantia.
Huh.
Do you have it here?
Oh, I'll be honest. I mostly dust the books. I don't really consult them. You feel free to take a look.
I think I might.
As long as they don't leave the lounge, feel free to peruse and relax.
Perfect. I don't know if you guys want to keep talking with him, but I'd try to sidle over to the shelf and just see if I can find that book.
What's the purpose of this lounge?
Good times.
I mean, we're the only ones here.
Just a place to stop and rest some weary feet and enjoy.
Do you know where we can find JC? Does he happen to be in or about?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't recall meeting a JC, but I meet a lot of people.
We're also looking for a labyrinth. Do you have one of those around here?
The world is a labyrinth, really, isn't it? We're all trying to navigate.
Right, but I'm looking for a more specific one.
Less metaphorical, more actual.
Like a literal.
Dance magic. Dance.
You say in the smoking lounge, clearly from the 1900s, that is on the umpteenth basement of a hotel that doesn't exist. Yeah, for sure. Anybody else?
Right, of course. I'm looking for my daughter. Her name is Abby, Wright. You say you've seen a lot of people come through here. Have you met an Abby?
Or Abigail.
Yes.
If that helps.
Hey, new in night floors, damn it.
Hold on.
Timey-wimey stuff, so.
Yes, I believe Abigail moved upstairs. With the encyclopedia salesman or the author? I can't remember. I haven't seen her in quite some time.
Right. Oh, wonderful. Oh, yes. I need to find my daughter.
Of course.
When you say upstairs, could you be more specific? How do I get there?
Oh, and he sort of points out the door.
Right. Of course.
Flynn.
Hello.
You go over there and look at the books. The books appear predominantly to be hardcovers and folios of all different shapes and sizes. None of them are titled.
Well, do I want to play? Nah, this is not the time I lose it all. Not today. Not today. See, Henri, you have a pretty poor Dewey Decimal System over here.
My apologies. Other
Choking on my own burp.
pass.
try to get it off mic and
I tried.
fail.
There's some YouTube show that I watch, and some guy started choking, but he had taken a drink of, like, I don't know, it was Pepsi or something, and they played the audio, and they put at the bottom, "This is the real audio we recorded," and he was like gargling it in his throat as he was choking. It's like the most horrific noise I've heard in forever.
Remember that time Dave almost died during Tomb Annihilation?
Yeah, it was a lot like that. Yeah.
That was horrifying.
So, my apologies. Several of the other individuals who frequent the lounge have sort of developed their own unique method for cataloging the books. But they're not like regular books. Like, I mean, folios. They're like big, awkward shaped.
I'm gonna take one out. I gotta look.
Like octagons and...
No, just like, think more like oversized books and like family photo album type things as folios. Like,
just like packed.
yeah, they're just weird shapes. They're not like standard paperbacks or novels or
The
whatever.
binding's probably a little loose.
Yeah.
If really there at all. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a chunky boy. I'm
Yep.
just gonna open up or open the cover and just see if there's any sort of
Old photo albums, how like they have like a blank page and then like someone would like adhesively put a photo in it. So this isn't like the pre-cut sheets. This is like if you're in your 30s or older, like the photo album where you peeled the plastic back and yeah. It's like that. And the first image you see is 6 individuals wearing masks. They are completely naked and artfully posed having sex with each other.
We need to take this to the sex museum in New York.
That's true. It's like, neat. I guess if they're wearing masks, I wouldn't recognize anybody. I don't know them that intimately.
Roll for boner.
Roll for boner. I'm going to fail that check. I'm going to go to another page.
You see another
It's 12 men this time.
elaborately staged antique pornographic photo. Elaborately costumed, some of them. Backgrounds, positions, sepia. Like I said, these are like sepia photos. They're old.
Hey guys, I found some smut. Look at this.
I go over and
But
I
you can
grab
get a pretty
another
dime at
book and I
the
open
museum. Telling you.
You find something similar.
It's all titties.
But as you start to flip, you also see, I will read what Dennis wrote. Human oddities with their peculiar malformations exploited to their quote, fullest sexual potential.
Wow.
Mr. Hands is in this book somewhere. The photos show a staggering assortment of strange equipment as well, with people suspended from odd contraptions or imprisoned within labyrinths of leather sheeting and gauze curtains.
Labyrinth. That's what they mean.
Oh, it's been a sex dungeon all along.
Yep.
Damn it, man.
But yeah, as you're just flipping, it's just old porn, old porn, old porn, old porn.
All the books, old porn, old porn, old porn.
Make a luck roll.
You can tell what year it is because the dick has sideburns.
I will call low. 39.
You find an image that looks familiar.
Oh no.
My own porn?
It looks like it's a familiar room you've been in before.
Okay.
At some point in your life.
What kind of room?
Spencer's not prepared for this. It's your it's your bedroom in your home. Although it's like the way it was decorated 40 years ago.
Just, it's like, is it like I'm flipping through a book? Porn, my room, porn.
Oh, no. We haven't described what's in the picture, but it is a picture of your room.
Oh, God. What's in the picture, Cody?
How does one
really wanna
tastefully
know?
say multiple masks, individuals fondling what you remember your wife looked like in her 30s?
Holy shit.
Roll sand.
Not as bad as I thought it was.
Holy shit.
I expected this to go a much different direction.
I passed. I guess she was into that. So it's fine. It's like, oh, yeah, no, that was a Wednesday night.
Very progressive.
He's like, did I or Joe take that photo? But yeah, you're like, the fuck?
Yeah.
It looks exactly. You couldn't swear, but that woman also has a beauty mark right on the ribs, like.
Fuck,
Like,
dude. I show no one.
you won't see him.
What's that one?
You'll see him just slam the book shut.
Wow. Okay.
Can I make a drink for anyone?
And then, yeah, I'll take a double bourbon.
Of course. He steps behind the bar and starts preparing it.
I'm gonna head down the little hallway alcove.
Sir, I'd appreciate it if
Not
you
listening.
did not.
Keep walking.
You get to the end of the rope as we're waiting for our drinks.
As you get to the end, he's kind of like caught by the bar and he's kind of caught making your drink. So you definitely have chosen an excellent time to go down there. It's just a few steps down the alcove. And when you turn, it opens into what looks like a small living space. But there's like a mattress on the floor, like pushed up in one corner, like a small, probably not even a full, or not even a twin. It is stacked wall to wall with yellowed newspapers and magazines. And yeah, you see some other personal effects, some clothes on the floor. You have just a couple moments if there's anything you want to do, because you do hear him tumbling down. Excuse me, sir. Please. That's private. Stay out of there.
But that's all this comes to, just comes to this room?
Yeah.
Do these clothes that are strewn about look like male clothes?
Yes. I mean, he's kind of like doing the old man thing where he's wearing a button-up shirt with a sweater over it. You know what I mean? Like, and so there are sweaters and button-up shirts and white undershirts and pants and, you know.
I'll reach for a newspaper and just like top of a stack or whatever. And do I get a date or anything from it?
July 1, 1923. It's a copy of the New York Tribune. The above the fold headline reads, Russo-Germanic Pact crumbles, Vienna liberated.
Neat.
At this point, Henri has made, sir, please, these are my personal effects. And he like grabs for the newspaper to pull it out of your hand.
So sorry. Just, again, we're kind of looking for some specific, like a labyrinth, a way out of here.
I understand, sir, but it is not this way. And he sort of like,
Oh, it sounds like it's that way.
puts the newspaper down and then sort of turns and like as much as an old man can kind of puffs out his chest as if to block the room and then urges you to go
Find the
back.
secret door.
Not a very accommodating space here.
No, this is my personal space.
I see that.
Please, this is where all of my prized possessions are. I must ask you, please, to return to the lounge. You all are hearing this go down unless you're going down the cramped hallway.
I would leave.
Okay.
Keep going down.
As long as I got my double bourbon, we can go.
Yeah.
What's that even? A double bourbon?
Two bourbon.
2 bourbons.
It's two
You know
glasses.
what you pour in one bourbon? Do that twice.
Twice.
One big bourbon.
But he done it in 2 separate glasses and then poured it into the.
So you knew he wasn't short. Yeah.
Made it.
He just pours bourbon into a shaker and shakes it up a whole lot, pours it into 2 glasses, and then dumps one glass into the other.
I just want bourbon, but I want you to have to wash a lot of glasses.
Work for it.
That's pretty much what you did. You go back out. The door slams on the smoking lounge.
Open up the door real quick. Still a smoking lounge?
It is still the smoking lounge. Henri kind of like
hello.
because he's like picking
Give him
up
the
the
weird,
glasses.
creepy Joker wave. Hi.
All right. Well, that was a nice respite.
Well, I got my cigar. I'm good.
Next door down.
We go.
Our title track and additional musical arrangements were provided by friend of the podcast, Ian Shannon. Find more of his work at sleepfortheweary.com. Like what you heard? Check out more episodes online at rancorsbrothel.com or the Rancors Brothel on Facebook. You can also interact with other listeners at the Fans of the Rancors Brothel Facebook page. Want to contact us? Reach out to @Rancors_Brothel on Twitter or via email at therancorsbrothel@gmail.com. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes. Much love, everyone.